Well, that just went from wholesome fairy tale to depressing as fuck. But has society really been hiding this for this long? Oh no. She's about to summon a dragon. So by drawing on like your clothes too, you can basically make rocket boots, so many different things. Does Mom die? Did we kill our mother? We crystallized Mom! I thought we were summoning a dragon, which I guess would have been worse than this, because at least this might be able to be reversed. Now I'm starting to understand why magic is such a kept secret. Look at how easily you could have fucking caused genocides. Right. But it got to a point where people were doing crazy shit, so we started erasing people's memory and made them think that this is how magic is. Like, look at what humanity can do with the power we have already. Imagine if humanity could cast fireballs out of whim. Yeah, it's understandable why you might want to erase people's memories and make them think that only certain people could use magic. Now, it's always good when one of your most anticipated anime lives up to your expectations and hype. Those are some of my highlights, so you want to catch full live reactions to these episodes, head on over to Patreon. But yeah, Witch Hat episode 1 and 2 dropped today. Didn't even realize it was a double premiere. It's a 13-episode anime, and boy, you know, I've been told a variety of things, but a very common thing that I've been hearing is that if you like Frieren, you should watch Witch Hat. That its quality is pretty on point and very similar. Now, diehard Frieren fans will get red in the face. Don't you dare compare this! It's in a different league! Nah, I like it as probably as much. Like, if I'm looking at the intro feeling of the first season of Frieren, the first episode of Frieren, and this, I feel like I got hooked just as much. Now, obviously, as the story evolves, I won't be surprised if I like Frieren objectively more as a whole. But if I'm just looking at the first episodes, yeah, like, that's the same feeling for me. The magic system, the story hook, the whimsical factor, there's so many little details that has me hooked in. And the concept of a world that has lied to its citizens about magic, that they are told witches are the only one who can use magic. You're either born with it or you're not. But in fact, anyone can use magic. But humanity, doing what humanity typically does, they fucked around and found out too much. They created so many abominations with their magic, because all you need to be a magic wielder in this world is a piece of paper and some ink. You draw seals, you draw spells, and that's how magic works. Humanity got so fucking crazy, they had to erase the memories of society as a whole, so that only the chosen could use magic and they would keep it a secret because humanity made so many crazy things. Insert our main character, Coco. Wants nothing more than to be a mage. Spies in on one of the witches, so says he'll just trace some shit in a book. And kind of kills her mom in the process. I ain't gonna lie. That hit a lot. I mean, the good news is it seems like we crystallized Mom, but later in the second episode, one of the students that we're going to be, around basically makes it seem like it's such forbidden magic that she's no longer human. Is that true? I don't fucking know. But either way, yeah, shit ain't looking good. This definitely got darker than I was expecting in its premiere, but I mean, it's interesting, right? Because hearing that the world has kept magic a secret, my initial thought is, it's gonna be this, like, preppy, pretentious, like, oh my god, only the high society's allowed to use it, commoners can't. But no, like, if what they say is to be believed, and maybe there's some misrepresentations, this is the type of shit humans were doing. Like, they had such great imagery of explaining the monstrous things that humanity did, that it got to a point that we made witches, so that, magic was going to exist one way or another, so let's make some rules. And basically, the rules you must obey as humans in this world, and the only thing that's able to be used against other people in terms of, like, modifying them is memory-based magic, and that's for very specific things. But otherwise, this ain't allowed. It's such an interesting world already, and the production, this is one of those shows that if it had a 50% lesser production, would I still have loved this? Absolutely. The voice actors are amazing, the music is fantastic, and the story is very engaging. And I think the concept of, listen, I've seen drawing magic before, but the concept of not being able to just draw it in the sky, but having to actually write it on a piece of paper, and the way they explain the magic seals. So essentially, there's like 3 points to making a spell work. One is the centerpiece, like basically like the emblem, the main attraction. Then there's some sort of design around it. And then there's the outer layer. Once the outer layer is connected, that's when the spell will activate. And the spells can range from a variety of things. It can be a collection of water, could harvest all the moisture in the air, but if you tip it, it can pour out like water, right? But of course, there's also the negative side of humanity and what we can do with unlimited power. Like, look at what humans do in our own world without the ability to cast fireballs willy-nilly. Yeah, basically being able to make any spell known to man, and the fact that humanity, as we would continue to create creative spells, but we'd also create spells that did God knows what. It's understandable that you would want a Men in Black society and make them not know of this and have them convinced. Like, I figured the direction initially the story was going was that there was going to be a case of, yes, people think in general you're born with magic, but she was going to be the special case, the chosen one, whatever. And maybe, yeah, she would pave a way for other people to be able to be mages. The concept of it being a complete and utter lie that literally anyone with a pen and paper could be a mage is a much more engaging and unique concept, especially when you add in the emotional pain of what she did. She didn't mean to do it, but it's true. I mean, she literally is a representation. Like, by going this route for the first handful of episodes, right? If you tell us, okay, here's a character who loves magic, wants nothing more than to be a witch, but only the chosen. And then, you know, you say, oh, actually she is. It's going to be a case of, okay, fuck society, right? They clearly lied. They clearly kept the power for themselves. But by having an innocent girl accidentally kill her own mother by just doing magic, yeah, it's understandable why you don't want general society to have that. Completely makes sense. They immediately make everyone, whether you are immediate gut reaction, I understand why they limited magic, or fuck them, everyone should have equal access. No, everyone shouldn't have equal access. Look at what happened when children get a hand of a secret book, right? And I mean, the overall dynamic of the little school this man's running, right? So he has different apprentices. There's, I guess, 4 students total, including Coco. It's kind of nice. I mean, they all have a variety of personalities. Blue-haired here is kind of like super calm, super emotionless. Pink hair is very energetic, bubbly, kind of insanity. But this one was definitely my favorite. Very much you don't belong here, but rather than just being the I hate you energy, it's more of the you're here anyway, I'm going to teach you where you went wrong so you don't, you know, blast me with hyper beam or solar beam, or in this case, hydro pump like you just did. Very interesting cast of characters, and Sensei is absolutely fantastic too. I mean, I appreciate the fact that he follows the rules, but usually in the case like this, you'd have a much more stern teacher. He's a very soft-spoken, very emotionally intelligent character, and I really appreciate that because, you know, she holds it together, but late at night, she starts bawling because she feels guilty about her mom. Like, it's a very interesting dynamic for her to be a part of. And I'm very excited for more of this. I think this lived up to the hype. I think, while yes, it is a vastly different show than Frieren, it shares a lot of the similar elements that I liked about Frieren, and I think the way they're exploring it with the high production value of a fantasy world. I think if you liked Frieren, you're going to like this. And I mean, in terms of the first episode of Frieren, I liked Witch Hat equally as much with the first 2 episodes of this. Your thoughts down below, though. I know this is an anticipated one. Let me know if you're a source reader, how you enjoyed the adaptation. Thoughts down below, though. Drop a like, share, support, subscribe, ring the bell, and of course, Patreon full live reactions do live over there, and other exclusives. Because you know I got to give those video shouts to my patrons, because of why you can get these YouTube videos at all. All right, so today we got Carson Steen Jensen, Dr. Gold, Marshmallow God, Shadow, Frozen, Frank Stendel, David Walker, X-Trend, CCC Studios, and Lucky. So I appreciate the support. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.